question is, what role do individual uniqueness play in this unique home? Good day, everyone. You're welcome to the Homemaking Dynasty. This is a ministry that caters for families, for marriages, for couples, families of various levels, with children or without children. You're just starting out. This ministry is actually for you. This ministry has different arms, like the Thank You Jesus Challenge that streams from Monday to Friday from 5 a.m. It has the family weekend menu, which streams on Saturdays from 10 a.m. It has the couples banquet that is hosted twice a year. And today we are launching the Unique Home Talk Show. I'm your host tonight, Agnes Emmanuel, and with me is the host and the conveyor of the Homemaking Dynasty, our very own fine girl, Mrs. Bolanle. You're welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you. Glad to have you.
Great. It's really good to have you today, and you look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's get into it. So we are talking about homemaking, unique home precisely. What I've been thinking, what baited this vision of the unique home?
Yes, thank you for that question. Unique home actually baited from a body, from prayer, seeing couples having issues, different complain of looking for an ideal home, a perfect man, a perfect woman. So it was actually baited from a body that how can we help the couples to see that it's not actually a perfect home, but you are unique in your home and you need to work at your uniqueness. So it was based from a prayer home.
Okay, so what is this unique home all about? What is it all about?
Yes, unique home is to make everybody understand that you are unique in your own uniqueness. Everybody is unique, everybody have their own potentials, we have our own personalities, we have our own differences. So bringing the two, our uniqueness together makes our home unique in working out our own uniqueness.
Okay. Thank you for that response. So you are saying that we are all unique in our own way. That's what brings about the unique home.
Yes.
Okay, so my next question will be, what makes a unique home?
Yes, a unique home is actually when two unique people comes together to fulfill or to bat their full potentials, to bring out their uniqueness, where there is comfort, there is peace, there is stability, there is the vision, realization of their vision, and they are living to their full potential. Yes, we can say that this is a real home, a unique home.
Wow. Okay, so I'm getting to understand that you're saying that what really makes a unique home is the fact that we are all unique in our own various ways, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what are the roles of individual uniqueness? Like, okay, the question is, what role do individual uniqueness play in this unique home?
Yes, the Bible said that with understanding, home is built. Where individual came to play is by understanding our differences. I need to understand the uniqueness of my husband, the potential, his likes and the do's and don'ts. What he like, his preference. So by understanding ourselves, then that is when this uniqueness came to be. Without understanding ourselves, there can never be a unique home, because we are actually looking for like an ideal home or something else. I need to understand that this is who he is. He needs to understand that this is me, and the two of us, we are working it out. By working it out, then we are able to fit into each other. Then by then we become one.
Okay. I've come to realize that, even though we are uniquely made, because the Bible says that we are wonderfully made, right? Even though I believe that we are uniquely made, most times we kind of notice that people's uniqueness don't mostly fit into each other. Could that be a reason why we have some fractions, some divisions among some relationship? How do we leverage on our uniqueness to make our home unique?
If you look at it from the Bible perspective, when God created Adam and Eve, our first parents, God gave Adam an assignment.
Yeah.
Then he brought in Eve, and he also gave Eve an assignment. The assignment of Eve was to help Adam to fulfill his purpose on earth. So, and Adam has his own weakness. So, where Adam is weak is the strength of Eve. The weakness of Eve is the strength of Adam. So, the two of you must understand that I have weakness and I have strength. So, we must capitalize on the strength of your spouse. By capitalizing on it, the two will be able to bring out something unique from yourself. And do not look as if, oh, this is an ideal home, this is a perfect home. Because the two of you decide to work on your strength to bring out a unique home.
Oh wow, that's really great, because I actually have a question that is closely related to what you just said, because I was trying to ask is there a perfect home? I wanted to ask, is there a perfect home? And then I wanted to ask, is there a difference between a perfect home and a unique home? So.
Oh yes, thank you. There's no perfect home. Every one of us, we are looking for a perfect home, a perfect husband, a perfect wife, a perfect children. Because we are not perfect. The Bible says that we are working towards perfection. Yeah. We are working in progress. There's no perfect home. That answers the first one. And the second is that when two couples work out their uniqueness, it looks as if they're a perfect home to people outside.
Yeah.
We become like a model, like a mirror, like that. They say, oh, I want my home to be like that of Mr. and Mrs. Because the two of them bring out their uniqueness and they begin to work it out. For example, a home that there's no fight, there's no quarreling, there's no eats. The children see their parents as the best, the perfect mom and dad, because they are no argument, nothing. Just it doesn't mean that they don't fight, doesn't mean that they don't have differences, but because the two of them, they know when to settle it, when to talk about it, how to go about it, so that people doesn't see their flaws and they were able to hide it. So to tell that people outside, say, wow, this is a perfect home. So in bringing out your uniqueness in your home, it might look to people watching you that this is a perfect home. Wow. But in the recent, there's no perfect home.
I think you agree with me on that too. Yeah, I really agree on that. Because, I see some children that come up, they see their parent like this role model, and, their behavior is kind of different based on where they are coming from. Like their parents, when they have disagreements, they go in maybe in the middle of the night. That's when they settle it. I don't agree with what you did today and all of that. They settle it outside, from the presence of the children and from the presence of the crowd out there. You understand? So I really agree with you, and that's really fantastic. I believe you agree with me too. So to my next question, I wanted to so I want to get this understanding here that indeed there can be a level of perfection in some home based on the fact that people can leverage on their uniqueness, So I just got that from what you just said. Thank you for that, ma'am. So to my next question, how are you sure that leveraging on this uniqueness in our home is the best way to go? How are you sure this is the best way to go?
Yes, because if we decide to work on our uniqueness, our potentials, our personalities, sincerely speaking, it's going to help us a long way. And how do we do this? We must understand ourselves. I must understand the personality of my husband. I must understand who he is. And by the time we focus on that, not competing or not putting somebody homes as your just stick to your own. See Mr. Lagbaja outside and you want your husband to be like that. It doesn't work that way because they are not the same thing. So that is one, when you leverage on it, you are going to get. Another thing is that these are two people coming from two different backgrounds, different homes, some are even different tribes, different cultures. You can't change human being. They are already molded to what they want to be. A lot of things has formed them, experience, childhood, background, family, school, different experiences has formed this man to be who he is, has formed the woman to be who he is, she is. So you can't change. The only thing you can do is study who he or she is and work with it. Everybody, we can work together if we can master the wisdom to understand the uniqueness of your spouse.
Yeah, I agree. I really agree. We have to work on our uniqueness to get that ideal home we really desire. That's very, very apt. Very, very apt. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much for that response. So to my next question, we've been talking about uniqueness in the home, right? How to make our home unique. Based on the fact that based on the fact that we are discussing marriage and marriage is instituted by God, can you give us some biblical reference or biblical examples of people that actually work with their unique virtues to make their marriage unique?
Yes, we have some. Most of the marriages in the Bible, they are unique in the way they handle their home. I'm going to give you like two examples. The first one is Esther. The book of Esther, chapter 5, 1 to the end, to chapter 6, like that. You will see that Esther, there was a crisis in the town. Our whole generation is to be wiped out. And the only person that can salvage that situation was the king, which is the Esther husband, because Esther was a queen. And the only means for Esther to get to the heart of the king is through food. And that is what she used. She approached the king. She did it. The moment she get access to king, she didn't say, "King, please save me, oh, my community, my people, somebody wants to kill them." No, she didn't do that because she knows that the king will not hear her. So what does she do? She invited the king to a banquet. Don't forget that this man is always organizing banquets. So he loves banquets. He loves
and
things like that. So when he hears something like that, his head is always spinning. So he said, "Wow, this is a good thing. Let's go for banquet." So Esther knows that that is the unique way to get to the heart of the husband. And another person that has the same experience that our whole generation choose to be wiped out is not Abigail.
Yeah, that's right.
Abigail, 1 Samuel 25. Abigail did not use food. When she had that news, the same way Esther had that news, the Bible said that she took to her hill. She picked gift, picked a lot of things, sat down on the houses, called the servant, "Oh yeah, follow me." And they begin to pursue those people so that they can minister to them and they will not come and kill them. Two incidents, different approach, or the same incidents, different approach, because the two of them used the nickname. Abigail did not go to the husband say, "Why don't you do this, why don't you do that?" He didn't ask request, he didn't make request, he didn't ask for anything for the husband. She took action because she knows that the husband will not hear, will not listen. So and she needs to survey so that all their generation is not wiped out. But Esther knows that she needs the attention of the king,
king,
and the only means to get to the king is the food.
Yeah.
So the two of them have the same issues at hand, but they use different method. Their unique way, by understanding what works for their husband, they use it to address the issue at hand.
That is it, that's it. Wow, that is really correct. I totally agree with you. You know, I listened to a very wise woman saying, and she was talking something very close to what you were saying, and she said, you know, sometimes we want to copy some people's marriages, and it doesn't really work for us because we are different individuals. You know, we have different personalities,
Yes,
like
yes,
we discussed
very correct.
earlier. And what works for Mr. A or marriage A will not work for you or may not work for you.
Yes.
So I really agree with the fact that we have to leverage on our different unique values, you know, to make our home really unique. Thank you for those amazing examples you use from the scripture. That is really correct. Thank you so much. So our time is fast spent. We want to appreciate you, Ma, for really coming up with this arm of the homemaking dynasty. This is really up and is going to be effective in helping marriages to, you know, be to stand out and reduce the rate of divorce in our generation. So what are your final thoughts on this unique home and what should we be expecting? Because this is just the tips of the iceberg. We want to see more of this and, you know, to help different marriages and families to be unique. What are your final thoughts?
Yes, thank you. This is actually the main thing of this thing. The Unique Home Talk Show will be coming up every third Wednesday of the month. And by the grace of God, we are going to be bringing in different couples to share their experience so that we know that home is actually unique. You see different ways that people tackle issues in their homes, so that we not just sit down there and be looking for that perfect man, that we just be we are not angel, we are not robotic, that you can just stress. So we are going to be bringing in different couples, different people to talk to us, to share their experience that we are going to be learned from. So these are going to I want to encourage us that please stop looking for a perfect man, stop looking for a perfect woman. Everybody is unique. Look for the unique thing, the unique value in your spouse and work with it. Let your spouse compliment you. There's no competition in this race. Stop comparing your spouse with other people. Stop comparing your husband with your manager, with your boss. Stop comparing your wife with your secretary, with this outside. Just make sure that this is your wife, work with it. This is your husband, work with it. And trust God that as we begin to dig into our uniqueness and bring out the virtue in us, it's just a matter of time. Our home will become that ideal home that we are looking for. If we can just do this, look for the uniqueness in the life of your husband. And as you stick to this program, keep watching it every third Wednesday of the month. Trust God that the ideal home that you are looking for will be at your hand. And don't forget, your home is uniquely unique in its own uniqueness. Let that one be your watchword. My home is unique in its own uniqueness.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much, Ma. That last phrase really got me. We are all unique in our own uniqueness. Wow, this is great. Thank you for joining us in this episode of the Unique Home Talk Show of the Homemaking Dynasty. We hope to see you again next month, every third Wednesday of the month, which is next third Wednesday of the month of May. So if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel and other social media platforms, please do so you don't miss out when we are live next time. Thank you so much, and do enjoy the rest of your day.